Hello, God Squad Elite. So, we're going to get into our spiritual conversation for the month of February 2022. I told you guys these conversations was coming, okay? And these conversations will be on the back side. These are on the membership side, right? You invest into the channel, then, there's more ways that I want to help guide you guys, okay? Keep in mind, why is my thing dripping? Anywho, keep in mind that I do spiritual coaching classes. I do have several clients that I do spiritual coaching with, that I assist them, on a monthly basis, and we have regular, meetings in reference to your spiritual growth. It's just not tarot. I do want you to be the best version of you that you can be as well. So today we're talking about investing in your journey, okay? Investing in your journey. Now, no matter what it is that you believe in, whether you're religious and spiritual, you're riding the fence, or, you're purely into spirituality, understanding your power, understanding what it is that you have been called to do, okay? So you have to invest in your journey, and here's why, okay? If you go to church, you're going to invest in those people. They're going to give you 1,000,000 offerings before the end of the service, right? Because they want you to invest in this knowledge that you're getting. They want you to invest in the message. They want you to invest in the pastor. They want you to invest in, them building up to be greater going forward while you're here, okay? So when you're in a spiritual path, your spiritual journey, you have to invest in yourself, because this is something you're learning your power. Keep in mind, long ago, because when they intruded our land with our ancestors here in Africa, our ancestors hid our power deep within us, because you could die, you could diminish from knowing your power, from knowing your worth, from knowing your value, right? And with that being said, our ancestors had to do what they felt was right for us, right, going forward. And now we are in the Great Awakening, right? We're in the age of Aquarius, and what a perfect time for us to have the Great Awakening in the age of Aquarius, right? Aquariuses are the forward thinkers in life, and the more aqua you have, the more you will benefit from the age of Aquarius. But the first will be last, and the last will be first. So you see a lot of transitions that are taking place, and it's all about the energy that you've been putting out. Keep in mind, if you're attracting all of these crazy things, what have you put out to attract the life that you have right now? Okay, we go to look at everything other than, the bottom line to why we are in the energy that we are in. Investing in yourself, just like any ritual you do, it's small, it's minute. This bowl is a multi-purpose bowl. I show you guys different rituals, and I use this one particular bowl. Bowl didn't even cost me $5. It actually cost me $1 at the Dollar Tree, right? That's something that's going to take you a long way. When you look at all of the things that are up here, my Florida water, I buy this by the 6 or 8 count, right? Because I need this, right? I need to cleanse any energy that is attached to me. Energy, it attaches to you walking out the door, right? Energy is all around us, okay? When people pass on, their body, they're no longer, so what it means for someone to pass on, to be deceased, is that the body, that the spirit no longer encompasses the body, okay? The spirit is no longer there. The spirit is still yet alive, okay? If you are religious and they tell you about Jesus, and they say his spirit is yet alive, and they talk about this God, they're talking about us, okay? They're talking about us. We are gods, and the more melanin you have in your skin, the closer you are to a godly role, okay? We are gods. So when someone is deceased, the spirit no longer encompasses the body because we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So the body is no longer walking, but the spirit is yet active, right? You have good spirits, you have bad spirits, you got in between spirits, you got spirits that just attaching because they have nowhere to go. You understand me? And so with that being said, Florida water is very good. You put it on your hands, you wipe your third eye, and you wipe your chest with the Florida water to remove any energies, right? These are investments, okay? Also, you also want to stay clean, but another way to clear your energy is by clapping, right? You can clap, clear energy. You can also do what? Ring a bell to clear your energy, right? And I'm holding it so it didn't go, but you can ring a bell to clear your energy. But this bell could have been, 30, 40 bucks or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, it's worth the investment in your spiritual growth, okay? The things are up here that makes me happy. I follow Ifa, right? Which is Western African tradition of spirituality, which takes us back to our roots, okay? Where our Orishas and gives us our purpose and where we started, okay? This is Ganesh. Ganesh is from Buddhism, right? But this is Ganesh is the god of prosperity and luck, right? I like it, okay? Anything that makes sense, I'm with it, right? Regardless of what it is, right? Because in actuality, when it comes to certain things like Buddhism, we can really relate to a lot of things that they speak. It's just really Christianity, Muslims, and things like that are organized in changing your pattern of life, right? That we understand. But all of these things, every single thing from the board, everything, the markers, they cost money, okay? And you have to invest in your spiritual journey without thinking OMG, I don't have the money. Every time you get $5, think of something to buy. Every time you get $5 extra, you need markers. This manifestation spells. You need pencils, rituals. You need paper, no lines. You need ancestor money. Okay, invest in it. It's okay to be on YouTube and wherever else that people offer a lot of free advice, right? But the free advice is only going to take you so far. It's only going to say this is what's happening now, but go a little deeper to get to the bottom of what's happening. Free advice is not meant for you to take your entire spiritual journey on free advice. And yet you have so many people in this world that feels like things should always be free. And yet you wonder why they haven't reached their peak of where they want to be, or they haven't been aligned properly, because you have to invest in whatever it is that you want, even when you're giving offerings to the Orisha, even when you are just saying I want to manifest something, right? You have to give in order to get. So again, I really appreciate you guys that do subscribe to the back end of the channel, because this is where I put the meat and potatoes. This is where I put the rituals for you to grow, for you to protect yourself, for you to understand how to get certain things done, right? And I do this on a monthly basis because that's what that extra $29.99 is for, you investing in yourself to learn these things. These things that you're learning right now, going to find them. You trust me, that's why you're on the channel, right? But you're getting this information from someone that you absolutely trust, that is, divinely guided. Even when we walk around with our lekes, right, on our necks, like some people will say, oh, mine came free, right? But then when you look at their life, if you were not chosen, if you were not called to get your lekes, your life will be in turmoil still, right? It's not a game. And a lot of people feel like, oh, okay, well, I want to be a part of that, so I'm going to go do it. I studied spirituality for years. I didn't even get my lekes for like 4 years after I got into it. Like, I had to wait to be called to get them in order to get them. I didn't want anybody to give me anything. I wanted to wait until the Oisha called me to get my alekes, right? So keep in mind, like, when you can pay attention to when spirit is calling you and when spirit is guiding you, that's the more you're growing. But by the time you look up at everything that you've spent thousands of dollars, but you don't even see it, because you do it little by little. You do it little by little. Whatever you could be on Etsy. I shop a lot on Etsy, right? Etsy has a lot of small black businesses and just small businesses, because I don't just shop with black business. I don't believe in that. There are plenty of people that have small businesses that are spiritually guided and spiritually in tune, that are not just black, right? You don't know who they were before in their past life, so sticking to a black business, no, anybody that's starting out, I'm supporting you. But it's plenty of shops on Etsy that offer great things. Most of my stones from Etsy, most of my cards Etsy, like a lot of things that I get, my third eye, my ankh, my pictures here, all of these things are from Etsy, right? So go on to Etsy and just put in things that you think you want to have. Put them in your cart. Search, find them, put them in your cart. You want herbs, put them in your cart. All right? Doesn't mean that you have to buy them now. Save them for later, okay? And whenever you get some free money, go in there and buy things for you. It's certain things that you need to have on the spiritual journey. And whatever your calling is, everyone's calling isn't tarot. Everyone's calling isn't tarot. There's some very powerful and gifted people that do tarot, but everyone's calling isn't in tarot. Your calling could be to help others. Your calling could be to be a priestess. Whatever the case may be. But the only way that you're going to know what your calling is if you are open and allow yourself to align with your higher self to hear the message. No one can give you that message. I'm a firm believer of that. There are people that can tell you. There are priestess, babas or babulaos that can give you a message, right? But I'm a firm believer of going with the flow and allowing spirit to contact you and let you know. And if you can't wait on that message, or if you haven't gotten that message, then it's not here. And a lot of people say, well, I think this is what spirit wants me to do. There's not going to be any thinking about it, because spirit is going to nudge you until you go into the direction. When you are chosen, there's no way to be unchosen. You can actually turn your life upside down, but you can't not be chosen. You're going to have to go through stripping of everything that no longer serves you value, stripping of everything of a past life to then come in to what is for you in your new life. And that is just how this process goes. And I put an image up, and it's like spirit is pushing you off the cliff and you gonna fall. But spirit's right there to help you. The universe is right there. It's not going to let you hit the ground. You're going to fall. You're going to feel like, man, what is happening to my life? These are spiritual awakenings. So don't blame what's happening or the mind state that you're in. The reason that you can't get out of the mind state that you're in is, one, you're not investing in yourself, and two, you're not taking heed to the fact that you're being chosen for a different journey that you are refusing to align with. So until you get within yourself and become one with self, you're going to continue to be in turmoil. Okay? So some of the things that you need to have is your Florida water. That's clearing your space, clearing your energy. Invest into your incense, right? Invest into your dragon blood, okay? I want to see more people of my people, God Squad Elite, getting their merchandise, right? Going to spiritualgoddess.com, ordering your sage, okay? There's no way that you should have 1 to 2 bundles of sage for the entire month. Not when you're doing what you need to do. It's not that you are bad, or it's not that you have a lot of people in your house, but guess what? If you go outside to the corner store, when you go outside to the mailbox, when you go and visit your friends that you feel as though have the best intentions because they're your friends, you still are supposed to sage and cleanse your space. I need you guys to invest more into your spiritual growth and your journey so that you can remove any distractions. It's going to remove some people that you really felt like you was going to be around with forever. This things that you've never seen that they've done to you. But again, spirit knows who needs to be in your life and who needs not to be in your life. I made an example yesterday in live that you could be in a relationship with someone and you could be doing something on the back end of this relationship that your partner knows nothing about. But guess who does know? The universe knows. And so all of a sudden it comes crashing down and you're like, well, what did I do? Well, what you were doing was not being right for especially a divinely guided connection. When there's a divinely guided connection and you messing over it, you're not playing with that person, you're playing with the universe. So I talk to you guys a lot about knowing your power. When someone does something, they're not doing it to you, they're doing it to themselves, because the universe is going to handle you way better than I can handle you, right? And in order to receive these messages how they need to be received, I need you guys to be on your sage, to be on your Palo Santos, to bring good things in, to have your protection up. That's why I'm putting these videos here. They're not just here for fun and you to look at it and be like, oh, okay, I see that, that's weird. When you're able to receive the message in these videos, it's when you know that you are ready to move forward. Okay, so start investing in yourself. Keep your portal open. Okay, get good rest at night. Don't drink alcohol and go to sleep. Okay, take a nice shower, get good rest, allow those messages to download so you know which direction and avenue to take. And it can be completely different, but all I can tell you is to use common sense when you are making these decisions as well. The universe got you, right? But don't go jump up and quit your job and say, well, you know, I just feel like I'm supposed to do this. I need you to plan. I need you to plan. But what's for you is for you, and you know how you're going to be divinely guided, right? You know what it is that you need, because the universe is going to provide you with everything that you need, the blueprint and everything else. When spirit tells you to move, all you got to do is move. You don't worry about the journey, what's before you, what's coming behind you, because none of that matters when you are covered and divinely guided by the universe. So invest in yourself, keep your portals open so that you can be perfectly aligned with what it is that you need to do. If you are on this journey, you should get a tarot reading at least once a month. Why do you need a reading once a month? Because energy is fluid. Energy changes. When you get into a situation where you feel like, you know what, this is where I am and I'm never going back. This is how I feel and I'm never changing that. You are not in control. You're not in that much control. So that means that you're trying to take the power from the universe and install it in yourself to say, this is what I'm never going to do. When actuality, we should never use the word never. We should never use the word never. This is the energy that we're in right now. Doesn't mean that this is the energy that we will forever be in. Right now, spirit may tell you to move away from a particular energy because that's what's needed for the moment, right? Sometimes, right, death card, Scorpio energy, sometimes an ending has to happen for a new beginning to evolve, okay? So stop trying to control the narrative, right? Get your readings once a month so you can see what's happening for you. You can see the messages that spirit is laying out in front of you. Okay, so invest in your journey, invest in your enlightenment, and I assure you things will start to look a little bit different. I'm not going to tell you that they're going to get better automatically, because if you're not doing your part, then you're still going to stay within that energy, and that energy you can't move out of until spirit feels as though you are ready to move out of it. Okay, and there's no reader that can say, okay, I'm gonna get you out, or if they can offer a ritual, they're going against the universe's will, and that's going to backfire. You're going to find yourself back into that energy. Okay, so make sure you guys stay up, stay invested, stay in tune with self. I love you. Ashe.